Hey guys, this is Jam of JamOnline.ph, and we have here the ASUS Zenfone 4. So first things first, let's talk about the specifications. So inside the smartphone is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 660 processor, and of course there's the 5.5-inch Super IPS Full HD display with a 600 nits brightness, which is pretty good. I'm gonna show you how bright this is. Okay, so it's pretty bright. The display is pretty good, but I'm gonna turn it down first. So we also have a 64 gigs of internal storage and 6 gigs of RAM. So yeah, I know that's a pretty spacious memory. It's pretty good. And then of course at the back we got the dual 12 megapixel rear camera, and the other one is an 8 megapixel camera. So one of them is wide angle, which is by the way the 8 megapixel camera. On the front we got here the 8 megapixel f2.0 selfie camera. So unlike the Selfie Pro, this one has a single front camera, while the rear camera is of course dual. So we have 3 cameras overall in the smartphone. So we also have here a 3300 milliamperes of battery, which is pretty good. It's an upgrade from 3000 milliamps of battery from the Zenfone 3. And as you could see here, this smartphone is really solid. It's even more solid than the ASUS Zenfone 3. On the side we got here the metal frame. It looks pretty good and it's very solid. It has a very solid feel, and we got here the 5.5-inch Full HD display, which has a small bezels on the sides, and below we got here the home button, which also serves as the fingerprint scanner. So unfortunately you cannot press it down. The button is similar to most smartphones from Oppo and also the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. We also got here the back button and the recent apps button, so it does light up. So yeah, compared to the Zenfone 3. At the back, of course, we don't have any protruding camera over here. That's why it's pretty good. However, we cannot do that because we have this lock over here. But it doesn't have a protruding camera. So when you place it on the table, there's no moving. When you tap it down over here like this, there's nothing like that. But we have the lock over here, so I'm gonna show that to you. But again, it does have a nicer look and a more solid feel compared to the Zenfone 3, and compared to most smartphones actually, the Zenfone 4 has a very solid body. So let's try out the camera of the smartphone. Again, if you have seen my video about the ASUS Zenfone 4 Selfie, this one has a different, similar to Zenfone 4 Selfie, we have a different camera interface. So we could have a portrait mode at the back. There we go. And we also have here the wide angle and the standard or the primary rear lens camera. Okay, so of course we also have the HDR and also other camera setup. There we go. Of course we could also do the selfie, and the good thing about here is that despite having a single front camera, we could still do a portrait mode. So yeah, there we go. Well, using the point, anyway, I'm gonna show it to you anyway. As you can see here, the portrait mode isn't that perfect. There are a lot of misses in here. It's not sharp. It's a little bit soft, and I hope the software update could fix that. But yeah, this is just the first impression. We're not sure yet if what's in store for us for the final retail unit. We might have a better software and a better camera. So anyway, let's try out the rear camera actually. So I want to show you guys how the wide angle works. At the back, there we go. So you can see here, we have the normal standard lens. I'm gonna focus it here. So you can see here, however, if you press this one, it will show you the wider photo. So you could take Wi-Fi's, or ASUS want to call it Wi-Fi's, not groupies, or a group photo, despite not having a monopod. So it's pretty good. So yeah, I guess that's it for our short hands-on of the ASUS Zenfone 4. So yeah, you know that again, the body is really solid. We have got a nice display. However, it's only 1080p, not Quad HD, but still it is, again, even more solid than most smartphones that I've tried. So yes, as you can see here, that's the concentric circle design. Anyway, once again, I'm JamOnline.ph. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, well, now's the time to subscribe. Again, I'm Jam of JamOnline.ph, and thanks for watching our video of the Zenfone 4 hands-on.